Hi students, how are you? Hope you are all doing well. And first of all, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Knox Way to Learn. In the previous video, I have started the topic parts of speech, which is very important in the grammar for intermediate first year. In our public examination, under question number 15, 6 sentences are given, and in every sentence, one word, any word is underlined. Now we need to tell the part of speech of the underlined word. So in this way, for 6 sentences, there will be 3 marks. Each one carries half mark. So 6 halves are 3 marks. So in our public examination, 3 marks question is given on parts of speech. And in the previous video, I have given you the complete details on what are parts of speech and what are the different parts of speech. Here broadly parts of speech are 8. So noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So in the previous video I have already explained you noun, pronoun and adjective. So in this class today, let's see the remaining parts of speech. And in the remaining, the first one is verb. So I have already explained you that a noun is a word which indicates the names of persons, places or things. Next one is pronoun. A pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. Next, adjective. Adjective shows the quality of a pronoun, a noun or a pronoun. So this I have already explained you about these 3, and if you still didn't watch the previous class, I suggest you to please watch the previous video and come to this class so that you will be able to understand clearly. Okay, so now let's see the remaining parts of speech. The fourth one is verb. So what is verb? Verb, the word verb indicates an action or the existence of something. Okay, the word verb indicates an action or the existence of something. For example, if you say Ravi plays chess, you just look at this sentence, Ravi plays chess. So if you observe this sentence, you see the word play. So what is play? Play is nothing but doing some work or doing some action that is being done by Ravi. So here play is verb. Okay, understand? Here Ravi is doing the action playing chess. So plays shows an action. So in this way, the words like play, come, take, eat, drink, speak, read, write, these are all verbs. So these words indicate some action. And sometimes the verb indicates existence also. For example, you look at this sentence, Ravi is a chess player. Ravi is a chess player. So if you look at this sentence, you cannot find the action word, but you see this word is. What is this is? Is indicates the existence of something, the existence of Ravi as a chess player. Is shows the existence of Ravi as a chess player. So is can also be considered as verb. Actually this is auxiliary verb. And if you want to study deeply, there is so much theory. Okay, but I am explaining you only from the examination point of view only. Okay, so here is existence. So whatever it may be, the words like play, come, eat, drink, read, write, these are verbs, action verbs. And the words like is, was, are, were, these are auxiliary verbs. Okay, so these kind of words are called verbs. A verb indicates an action or existence of something. Okay, and for action verbs there is conjugation. Like for example, you take play, played, played. You take speak, spoke, spoken. Okay, take, took, taken. So in this way there is conjugation of the verbs. So this knowledge is enough to answer in our public examination. Now let's see the next one, adverb. In the previous video I have explained you that an adjective is a word which indicates the quality of a noun or a pronoun. Okay, so in the same way here, an adverb is a word which describes a verb, an adjective or an adverb. Okay, understand? An adverb is a word which describes a verb or an adjective or another adverb. For example, look at this sentence. He walks slowly. He walks slowly. So if you observe this sentence carefully, you can find that walk. Here, walk is nothing but doing some work or doing some action. So this is verb. Now, how is this action taking place? Slowly. Okay, how is this action taking place? Slowly. That means the word slowly describes how the action is taking place. That means this is describing the word verb. So, slowly is describing verb. Therefore, slowly can be called adverb. Okay, understand? So, an adverb is a word which describes a verb. Okay, understand? And you look at another example. Ramya is very clever. Ramya is very clever. So if you observe this sentence here, you can find clever. Clever is the quality of Ramya. Okay, clever is the quality of Ramya, because who is clever here? Ramya. So clever is the quality of Ramya, and we already know that Ramya is the name of a person, therefore this is noun. And the word which describes a noun is called adjective. We already know it, and I have already explained you this in the previous video. So clever is an adjective. Okay, understand? How is this clever here again? Very clever. That means the word very is describing the word clever. Here clever is nothing but an adjective. That means very is describing, the word very is describing another adjective. So here very can be called adverb. Very is adverb because the word very is describing an adjective clever. Therefore, very can be called adverb. Okay, understand? You look at another example. Usha recovered quite well. Usha recovered quite well. So, if you observe this sentence also here, you can find that recovered. Recovered is nothing but doing some work or some action. So, this is verb. So, how is the action recovered taking place? Very well. Okay, understand? So, this well is describing the action word recovered. Therefore, verb. This is well is describing a verb. So, this can be called adverb. And how is this well again? Quite well. That means the word quite is describing the word well. That means another adverb. So this can also be called an adverb. In this way, an adverb is a word which describes a verb like this, or an adjective like this, or another adverb like this. Okay, understand? An adverb has three functions. It modifies or describes a verb or an adjective or another adverb. This is adverb. Okay. Now let's see the next one, preposition. Preposition. So you already know that pre means before, position means place. Pre means before, position means place. Preposition means the place before. The place before a noun. That means a preposition comes before a noun. Okay, for example, you see this. He is in class. If you say that he is in class, here class is a noun. You can find a word in before this noun. So in is called preposition like this. And a preposition shows the relation of a noun or a pronoun with another noun or another adjective or a verb. For example, you see this, I saw the teacher in the class. I saw the teacher in the class. Here, the class, this is noun, and the teacher, this is noun. So, between these two nouns, there is the word in. This in is showing the relation between the teacher and the class. So, this is preposition. So, this preposition is showing the relation of the noun teacher with another noun the class. In this way, the preposition shows the relation of a noun or a pronoun with another noun or pronoun. This is one example. And you look at this sentence, he is angry with me. He is angry with me. So, you see this word angry. What is this angry? Angry is a word which describes the word he. He is already pronoun, so angry is adjective. Because the word angry is describing a noun or a pronoun. Okay, so angry is adjective. So, and me, this is pronoun. And if you look at this word with shows the relation of this pronoun with another adjective. Okay, so this is preposition. Okay, and you look at another example. He is waiting for me. He is waiting for me. So here waiting is some action, therefore this is verb, and me is pronoun. We already know this pronoun, and the word between this verb and pronoun for is there. The word for indicates the relation of the pronoun me with a verb waiting. So this is preposition. So in this way, a preposition is a word which shows the relation of a noun or a pronoun with another noun or an adjective or a verb like this. So between noun and noun, pronoun and adjective, and pronoun and verb, the relation between pronoun and verb. So this is preposition. So we can see the words on, in, yet, for, below, above, under, between, among. These are all prepositions. Okay. And the next one is conjunction. A conjunction is a word which connects two sentences or two phrases or two words also. So that is called a conjunction. For example, look here. Rama and Sita went to the forest. Rama and Sita went to the forest. So here Rama is a word and Sita is another word, and these two words are connected by the word and. So the word and is connecting two words, so this can be called conjunction. And sometimes this conjunction can connect phrases and sentences also. So whatever it may be, conjunction is a word which connects two words, two sentences or two phrases or two clauses. Okay, a and, but, or, either or, neither nor, not only but also. These are all conjunctions. Okay, and the next one is interjection. Interjection is a word which shows some sudden feeling or emotions. So generally in our daily lives, sometimes because of some sudden happiness or sadness, we express some sudden feelings like wow, ho, okay, nice, very good, alas. So like this we express some sudden feeling. These are called interjections. We can easily identify an interjection with this symbol, exclamatory mark. Okay, we indicate exclamatory mark like this. If you see this exclamatory mark, that is called interjection. So in this way, there are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. A noun is a word which indicates the names of persons, places or things. A pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. And an adjective describes the quality of a noun or a pronoun. And a verb is a word which shows an action or existence of something, and an adverb is a word which describes a verb. Next, preposition. Preposition shows the relation of a noun or a pronoun with another noun or an adjective or a verb. And conjunction. A conjunction connects two words or two sentences or two phrases or two clauses. And next, interjection. Interjection is some sudden expression or feeling because of some happiness or sadness. So these are 8 parts of speech. So in our public examination, 6 sentences are given, and in every sentence one word is underlined. You need to write the part of speech of the underlined word so that you will get 3 marks. So this is all about this class. In the next class, let's do some practice on this topic from examination point of view. Until then, bye. And if you feel this video is useful to you, please like and share with your friends so that they can also learn. And if you are watching our channel for the first time, please subscribe to our channel Knox Way to Learn. Thank you so much.